Hello, my dear YouTubers. Today I am going to talk to you about the meaning of life. What is the point of this existence if we eventually die? What I am saying here is that we need to live forever in order for our life to be truly meaningful, okay? What is the point of living and to be born and to have work and then you die? Okay, what is the point of that? What I'm saying is we should try to stop aging. We could stop the aging process and then we could just live forever. Okay? Why not do that? Instead of accepting death, instead of thinking that it is okay to get old and die, what I am saying is why not use science and technology to try to cure aging and then we can just have fun forever? That to me seems like a good idea. But you see these people in the world, they think, oh no, we don't need that. We can just live a short life and then we die. And they're okay with that. They're okay with getting old and dying, and that to me is a bad idea. See, we can have fun forever. That is what I want to do. And not just me, lots of people want to do this. Okay, Zoltan Istvan wants to do this. Aubrey de Grey wants to do this, and Maria Kononenko wants to do this. We all want to live forever. We want to have fun forever because we know that dying sucks, right? Because we all have things that we like to do. We have fun in this life. So we just want this life to keep on going on forever. But the problem, you see, is that the government doesn't really care about extending our life forever. They just think, the people will die at 90, 95, 100. They don't care about extending our life indefinitely forever. So this is a problem, you see. This is a big problem. I think this is the most important problem because all we have is our own existence, right? We have our life. We were born into this world. And a lot of people believe in the afterlife. They think there's going to be another life after this life. They think that when they die, their bodies, the spirit goes into heaven, and they think that's good pearly gates and all this stuff. But this is just, what I'm saying is this is just a hypothetical conjecture. You don't know that there's a heaven. Okay, you don't know that there's a God. So why not? We can live forever. We can make this a heaven on earth. We can turn earth into a heaven on earth. Is what I'm saying. This is common sense. Okay, this should be obvious to people, but a lot of people, they don't understand because they didn't think about these things. But when you start to think about life and you start to think about where you're headed, you're headed to the death, you're headed to the gravestone. What is then the meaning of this life if it ends with nothingness? If it ends with the death and oblivion, then what is the point then? What is the point to be born in the first place? Right? Like if you're just going to be a rotting corpse in the ground, and if you have all your accomplishments in life, and you get married and you have children, but then you die, then what is the point? You see what I'm saying here? What is the point of this? This is not a good idea for me. I need to live forever. Because, like I said before, life is fun, but it's not just fun, it's incredible. Every day I want to do more things, and I have dreams of the things I want to do in the future, and the dreams never end. These never-ending dreams and thinking about things I want to do. Like traveling into space and colonizing other planets, and the technology and the science that it's coming. It's going to improve our lives. The virtual reality, the Oculus Rift, and all of these exciting things. The medicine, I really have faith that the medicine of the future can solve so many problems. We can solve all of the diseases that have plagued mankind forever. We could just, if we had enough science, if we had enough money, funding going into this science. Instead of, the wars and all of the other things that we spend money on, the drug war, why not use that money for science and to cure aging? That to me is a good idea. And I'm sure the old people in the world would think that's a good idea too, because they're getting older, they're getting closer to death. Every day, 100,000 people are dying. They are going into the gravestone because they are getting too old and their body is giving out. The organs shut down because of aging. Aging is a horrible disease. We need to stop this. We need to stop this madness. We cannot let ourselves go into the gravestone like this. This is sad. Every time someone dies, the whole brain is lost and all that information is gone forever. This is a nightmare. We need to stop this. I used to believe in the God and the afterlife, and then I lost that belief. I don't believe that anymore. I think that is just a wishful thinking. Wishful thinking to think that when you die, your brain is gonna float up into heaven. I mean, this is nonsense. Okay, yes, it is possible. Yes, okay, I admit it is possible, but please, we don't know this is true. This is just a hypothetical conjecture. And it's most of the people in the world are counting on this. They are counting in their God to save them. We need to save ourselves. That is what I'm saying. This would be a good idea, to save ourselves from the death. We don't need to die if we had enough of the science and the technology and so on. It's maddening that we live in a world where the people don't care about living forever. To me, that is the dream of the dreams. It's to live forever. What could be a better dream than that? To living forever, get to have the fun forever. What could be better than that? I don't understand these people who have accepted the death. Why do you accept the death when you don't have to? Okay, we have been a learned helplessness. The world, the humanity has said, oh, we have to die. That is not true. We don't have to die. Just because the people in the history have died doesn't mean that we have to die. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know the future. The future could have the solution to the death. We don't have to die. This is, to me, this is so important. I hope that everyone thinks about this. You think about what is your strategy to live forever. What are you doing in your life so that you don't die? What are you doing to help your own health? Fix your health problems so that you can be alive when the science and the technology can save us from aging and death. Right now, what you're doing right now in this world, what you're doing every day could determine your eternal life. That is what I'm saying. So are you trying to live a healthy life? Are you trying to be safe? Are you trying to, make sure you are increasing your odds of living forever? Because if you are not increasing your odds of living forever, then you're wasting your time. Because your life is going to be meaningless. You're going to get old, and you're going to die, and then waste of life, just a waste. What's the point? That's what I'm saying. Okay, what is the point? People think there's a point to their life, and there's not. There's not a point. There's no point. So you had a good life, but you had fun, you had a marriage, you had the children, and you had a fame. So what? This is pointless. If you die, if you end up in the gravestone, if you end up in the cemetery, or the cremation, you just dust. You just wasted life. You're nothing. You just pointless. Why even live if you got to die? There's just no point to that. I'm sorry, but this is just the truth. People, life is a scary thing because we are all on the edge of the death, right? We could die at any moment, and we don't really have a security. We don't have a security of our eternal life. So many things could go wrong, but we just have to try our hardest and use the science and the technology, and not be counting on the hypothetical gods, to save us. This is wishful thinking, and we should go past this. We need to accept the responsibility of saving ourselves, and this, I think, is the message of the transhumanist movement. Okay, this is very important, and I especially think that if you were an atheist, right, if you didn't even believe in the God, like myself, if you didn't believe in the God, then this is the new salvation. This is the new God, because this can save us from death, the worst fate. This is the threat to all of us. This is the most important issue, and so if you don't have a God to save you, then what can save us? It is the science, it is the technology, like I said, like I've been saying, and this really is this is the important thing to talk about, and more people need to be talking about this. You know, people talking about the feminism and the whatever else people are talking about. Look, it's not as important as this, right? This is the important thing, and so more people need to talk about this, because we're all dying. We're dying. Our life is being drained from us daily. We're getting closer and closer to this point of when we get old. We need to stop at this. We need to stop at this aging in its tracks. Aging needs to be the end of it. We cannot have this aging anymore. So if you like this idea, if you like the idea of curing aging and getting rid of this awful disease, right? Aging is the disease, right? This is not this natural thing. This is a horrible thing. If aging is natural, who cares? Who cares about what is natural? What is good is what it can help us live forever. I don't care about what is natural or what is not natural. What we need is a solution for the death. Okay, the death is the problem, and whatever can save us from the death is my friend. All right, so science and technology is my friend. Nature has not been my friend, because nature has been killing everyone with the aging, right? So I don't necessarily care about the nature. I care about what can help us to live forever. So what I'm saying is, let's focus on what's important, and what is important is eternal life. This is why I'm an eternal life fan. Yes, I'm a fan of other things. I'm a fan of people. I'm a fan of a lot of things in his life. But I'm a fan firstly of eternal life. Eternal life is the main thing I'm a fan of. This is why I'm an eternal life fan. I hope you are an eternal life fan, because if you are not an eternal life fan, what are you a fan of? Whatever you're a fan of is not as important as the eternal life. So think about that. Think about the meaning of your life. That is the video for. I just wanted you to think about this. Think about, what are you living for? Because if you're not living for eternal life, then you're going to be dying. And then when you're dying, your life is going to be ended, and it's going to be meaningless. That is the point here, what I wanted to say. Don't want to make this video too long, but if you want to give to aging research, if you want to actually cure aging, increase your chances of living forever, then you're going to need to fund the scientists that are working on this problem right now. The main guy that's working on this problem is Aubrey de Grey. Aubrey de Grey is the guy you want to be giving your money to. So please, give your money to that sense.org. I'll put the link in the description of the video here. But this is the very important research. Aubrey de Grey has thought about this stuff a lot. He has come up with 7 deadly causes of aging. If we fix each of the causes of aging, then we can just stop aging, right? Because the body is like Aubrey de Grey says that the body is like a complicated machine. It's just a machine. So if we can fix the problems of the machine, the machine can just last. It can go on forever, right? There's no point that the machine should die if we can fix all the problems. So let's do that. Let's give to the money to sense.org, and this is the thing we should do, for ourselves, and also for the old people now that are dying every day. The 100,000 people every day dying from this aging. We can stop this. Let's do that, okay? I'm sure, I mean, who would be against this idea? I mean, do you hate old people? Do you hate old people that much that you want to be against this idea? This idea is the idea of life. This is what can give life. We're talking about helping people who are suffering. We're talking about extending life so people can have more fun and more beauty to experience in this life, more joy. Who can be against that? If you're against that, then you must be evil. How can you be against this idea of extending the human life indefinitely? Because this is what mankind does. They try to improve. They improve the condition of the mankind so that we can solve the problems of mankind. And a big problem is obviously aging, all diseases, and a lot of these diseases. Most of the diseases actually come from the aging process itself. So they're combined. It's not like a separate thing. It's not like aging and then all these other diseases. Most of them are combined. As you get older, you increase your chances of dying from the number of diseases. So if we cure aging, what I'm saying, if we cure aging, we cure most other diseases. So let's cure the aging, and it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing for everybody. And we're gonna make a paradise on earth. That is the goal to make a heaven on earth, so everybody has what they need. This is not gonna be just for the rich people, and other people are concerned about that. We're gonna fix that. We need to cure the aging, and then we make sure it's available to everybody as soon as possible. But first we need to fix the aging, and then we worry about the other problems later. But we're gonna try to fix the aging, and we're gonna make it available to everybody. Okay, the poor people, everybody in different countries. It's gonna happen eventually. We're gonna do this. I'm not gonna leave anybody behind. I'm gonna work until it's available to everybody. This would be a crime not to. It'd be a crime just to let the rich people live forever, and that would be wrong. Okay, obviously that would be wrong. And if that happened, there would be a war. The poor people would be fighting the rich people, and who's gonna live forever, right? But I have faith in humanity. Humanity can make the moral choice. The moral choice to make this available to everybody, because life is too important. You can't just have some people living forever and then everybody else is forced to die. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. This can be available to everybody. So this is good news. Go tell your grandparents, go tell your parents, go tell your children. Just talk about this in the forums, on the YouTube, wherever you go, on the social media, the Facebook. Talk about this, share this idea, talk about it all the time. We need to get people excited about the future, the possible future of technology to save us from the death. This is the thing. So thank you for listening. I think I'm going to end it here, and I hope you live forever. I hope you get to experience the beauty of the life and the fun and the joy forever, because it should never end. If it ends, it's a tragedy, and it's unacceptable. We need to fight the death and never give up, because this idea of living forever is too important. It's too important to give up on. Right? We just need to put our heads together and come up with a solution so that we don't die from this. We don't die from the aging, or from any cause. Right? Death is the enemy, and eternal life is the good thing that we need to fight for. Yeah, we fight for it. It is too special to give up on this idea. So that is it. Thank you for listening, and may you live forever. Thank you.